excited about this open mic for comedy?
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. Some of y'all been waiting a minute. Some of y'all didn't get drunk enough. You have an empty glass. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. The name of the game is drink until 8 o'clock and then don't buy shit afterwards. And they're like, everybody's beautiful. Bitch, you ugly as hell. Get the fuck out of here. You gonna come in here looking like something that should have been like lined up as a goblin in the Lord of the Rings. You gonna come up to me and be like, I think that I deserve a 10. You don't deserve 10 cents, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. She took that mask off and that bitch could have ate an apple through a chain link fence.
Oh my God.
Let me go ahead and tell you something. There's a lot of places I'll stick my dick, but a chainsaw ain't one of them.
So people always ask me, like, what's it like working offshore? And I always ask them, have you ever been to jail? It's very similar. Set schedules, isolated from the world, surrounded by steel and dudes. So many dudes out there. Not a lot of females in that career field, you know? And the few women that are out there, still dudes.
Cat's out of the bag, you don't know what I look like now. Going out with mask mandates was awesome. People look at me and be like, man, that dude might have a beard, a jawline, a smile, who knows? Once that thing's off, they figure out you're 0 for 3.
You know.
Because we've had him streak at shows before, and it was just now I'm not gonna lie to you though, that fucking no chin bastard right there can actually pull some tail, which is weird. This fine woman, I'm talking about on a scale of 1 to 10, she's probably, I don't know, a 9.5.
What happens to the pickleberry?
This joke is
We're not talking about your ex or current or whatever, Frank. Y'all give it up for Frank fucking a pickle barrel. Hell yeah. My sister-in-law looks at my mother and goes, what are you gonna do about it? You ain't nothing but an old bitch. She don't see my mom's hand reaching for that candle, like that candle stand. My mom decorates the house in nothing but old antique shit she can beat you to death with. But the problem is that she flat out tells you, everything in my house is a motherfucking weapon.
Okay.
And she's shaking it. That's like a rattlesnake. These motherfuckers just playing with it like some fucking, you know, them rattlesnake Baptists that are like, God loves me so much, venom don't mean shit. Those guys.
Yeah.
You ever been that Baptist? No, are you Baptist?
Methodist.
Methodist. My point is, you love the Lord, right? You love the Lord enough. Do you love the Lord enough to kiss a rattlesnake or a water moccasin? Let's clear that up. I would pray to his dick before I prayed to a water moccasin.
So, being the oldest, I have to be a role model. And when you're a role model, you can't do the shit that I do and be a role model.
Yeah.
So me sucking cock is like, you're the oldest brother and you suck dick? How does that work? It works fun if you like it.
Dylan reminds me of a friend of mine in high school that decided that he'd been with a girl for 2 weeks and decided their next step in relationship should be butt fucking. As he put his dick into her ass, he didn't warn her, nor did he lube his rod.
Oh, God.
So when he put it in there, she wasn't prepped. And if you don't know how the human digestive system works, you can hold up to 36 hours of shit in your guts.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
So when he inserted it into her, she turned into what I can only describe as a poo-cano. And shot him out of her ass.
For those of you who don't know, Grindr is the gay dating app where you go and have very weird straight men tell you, I need you to come fuck me in a hotel while we watch porn. And by we, I mean, you suck my dick while I watch porn and then you go away. That's how that shit works around here. He's speaking from experience. He knows that shit. He knows that shit very well.
So does bisexual mean that you're only okay with being fucked if it happens?
We're pretty laid back.
So when's the last time you lost your virginity in an aspect?
Well, I took a lot of virginities. I didn't use it.
You took virginities from what?
Usually.
I didn't know that they had people that took virginities in the Special Olympics. That should be frowned upon in my book.
It's a hard job. It's a hard job.
I bet it would be a hard job to get past the legs and the crinkled shit. I get it.
It's a lot of work. You have to.
Y'all give it up for Aiden to proving the fact that some people just aren't fuckable. Aiden, when I think of things that my balls want to touch, you're not one of them.
Okay, a rose is this little toy. It's shaped just like a real rose. It has a little hole in the top. But it's powerful. You be like, oh, it's not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do nothing. So you get the thing, you turn it on, and I'm like, oh, okay. So you put it on the clip, and it sucks. When I say you get stuck, ma'am, it be the best. I prefer that over a man right now. I'm sure. Like, I'm not even really looking for one. I just be sitting there like, and so like this one time I had used it or whatever. I was gonna get ready to go to work or whatever and all that kind of great stuff. So I'm like, ooh, I need a stress reliever. Rose. Okay, got the rose or whatever. And I swatted down and used the rose. As you can see, I'm a little thick. So I was just sitting up there. This thing I know, I started locking up. And all I can think about in the back of my head is, now what happened if my mama catch me, locked up on the floor, with water everywhere, with this toy just sitting there like, and she was like, well, Pearl, what happened? Well, you see what happened was? I'm late for work, and this rose got me locked up. You looking at me like, that sounds gross, I understand. I understand or whatever. But I'm telling you, when you get one, girl.
I'm pretty sure that my mom came over here because they give you something when you get married to an American. It's called a visa. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure. But then, like, you know, she had a kid, and then she was a decent person. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna have some gringo ass kids, and I'm gonna live in Gringo land. You know that's what they call it down there? Gringolandia? It means Gringo land. Yeah, so they always talk about like gringos and Gringo land. And people always take it as like a super offensive thing, like getting called gringo. Like, you ever heard someone say gringo? And say, hey, don't call me a fucking gringo. Like, hey, you know it's not like the same word as beaner, right? Like, you know, it's definitely a way softer word. I can say that, don't worry, don't get that look on you. Yo puedo decirlo, para, mira, que yo soy del tercer mundo. Yeah, you didn't know what the fuck that was, did you?
I woke up and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm fine. It was a great night. I'm not feeling my legs today. And she was like, there's blood all over the bed. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I've just got, off lady time. And she was like, then what are these stains? Well, when the waterworks happened, they mixed with the spray tan. So, yeah. And then I was kind of examining her and like looking at her, and there was yeah. So that happened. Yeah, I just wanted to get up and share that story.
Alright, so basically the summary of me is, hi, my name is Garrett, it rhymes with parrot, and I'm just a nigga with a rocket launcher. What y'all think of that rocket launcher is up to you, I'm just a dude. It's crazy when he was talking about my first time, like, being gay. I was 19, and I was smoking some devil's lettuce with this guy, and I didn't realize that he was hitting on me at the time. Until he started rubbing on my thigh, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. And man, let me tell you, I beat the fuck out of them cheeks religiously. It was great. It was my first time. I had a great time. Would I do it again? I don't know, probably, if I was feeling in the mood. But like, let me tell you, dude, there are nuts to be busted, and that goes for everyone.
Who in here has a good relationship with their father? I envy those who do. I really do. I don't have a bad relationship with my father. I have a weird one. Like my father treats me like a gaslighty, bad girlfriend.
Wow.
No, seriously, wow is right. It's very weird. Like I have the type of relationship with my father in which I almost wished he hit me.